would this boy talk to you like this, knowing fully well what you guys do at night? Hi beautiful people, welcome. If it's your first time, my name is Talia Dewali and this is This by Dem. Today we're talking about episodes 22 and 23 of Love Island season 5 USA, but if you're international it will be 19 and 20. All right, 22 opens on Marco and ex Hannah. I call her ex Hannah. And even though we thought that he was gonna say yes, because the way they edited it, it looked like he was. He said no. He said he wasn't open, and I was shocked, people. Like, I know I've ragged on Marco. I've ragged on this guy since the very first day. I still think that he is immature, but whatever Hannah is doing, OG Hannah, it's definitely working because there's no way he said no. I mean, I do think that he was the one who ended things with this girl. Like, he wasn't interested. I think it was a hit it and quit it situation. And so maybe she wasn't a big enough temptation for him. But, you know, I would give him credit because he said no. And that's all we wanted. That's all I wanted. I just wanted some kind of loyalty to OG Hannah. And he did that. So kudos to Marco. I'm actually jumping on the Marco board because in episode 23... Marco was seeming very reasonable in comparison to Leo, but we'll get there. We will get there. Okay. Somehow the Casa girls convince ex-Hannah that the door is open. And I'm like, what brand of delusion is being passed around? Is it in the drinks? Is it a brand of wine that they're feeding these people that they just don't know how to accept a situation when it's done? Rob seeks advice from Hannah about Carmen, and then he calls Carmen up and was talking about aspirations and stuff. I don't see it. You guys think that there's chemistry between these two people, but I don't see it. I don't think she's interested at all. So we're just gonna skip that. It's raunchy racist time, and obviously both houses are competing. It was a tie, so they both got parties. Keenan said some stuff, but honestly, I wasn't listening at that point in time. Cassie says she's confused and Bergie is loving his whole Love Island experience. I think they've created a monster in Bergie, which I was afraid of. I said it was going to be either or, and I was afraid that a monster would be created in this boy at the end of the whole journey. And you'll understand why when we get to episode 23. Okay, so Leo calls Johnny the one. I'm like, what the fuck? Is it Matrix? And he used the same line that he used on Anna, where he said, you are never number two or something like that. He basically recycled that line, if I'm being honest. Carmen says she's going to give Rob 80%. I still don't see it. This girl, I don't know why she won't just did it. She's not interested. Which makes me wonder what her intentions are, you know? This is why I can't trust Carmen. I like Carmen now, but I just can't trust her. Like, you're not interested. You're obviously still, like, very much stuck on Kenzo. So be stuck on Kenzo. It's okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Ali wasn't even looking at Bergie when they were having a conversation. And I was like, he's about to get friend-zoned, which he did without even being friend-zoned. And it's like, yet again, another one has done the deed to him. And it's like, if you guys are not interested, just tell the boy from the very beginning. No need to even start the conversation or like, well, it's not her fault. They really hyped up the music at the end of the last episode and really made it seem like romance was blooming, but it wasn't there. There was no chemistry there. There was nothing happening. Ex-Hannah is feeling blindsided by the guy. I said she's feeling blindsided by a guy that already rejected her, and it's like, how many times can this guy reject you? How many times does Marco have to reject you for you to get it? He is not interested. I mean, it's not rocket science. The whole begging thing was like honestly a turn off, and it's really embarrassing if it's me. If I was in her shoes and I watched this back over again, I would be so embarrassed. But in the end, she says that she gets closure, and it's like, I'm pretty sure the producer said these people need to sit and talk, and they forced them to sit and talk because he was obviously, from his body language from when she came into the house, he has not been interested in this girl. And he has said so. Not once, not twice, but I think at least 4 times already. But she got her closure, so good. Thank God for that. Hopefully we can move on from this saga. Taylor White only has time for Jonah and only has eyes for Jonah. And Jonah only has eyes for Taylor White. The vibe after the kiss was a little weird though, and it was just a moment, but I don't think it will affect their overall dynamic. But the vibe right after they kissed was a little, okay. questionable, you know. Destiny is giving herself props that she can bag. She always bags the finest men. And I'm like, yeah, you do, but do you keep them? Because it's not always about bagging them, though. Do you keep them, my girl? You know? And it's another question I was asking her in episode 23, which we will get to. Taylor Black finally gets her day with Bergie, and she came in saying that she was interested in Bergie, but Bergie was not interested in her. I mean, she is blonde. It's not her hair, but she is blonde. It's not my hair, but you could definitely say I'm redheaded right now, you know? But she liked him, so even the way, like, her body language, everything, unless this girl is a very, very good actress, she genuinely looks or seems interested in Bergie. So we just gotta wait and see if he actually chooses to couple up with her or not. Mike and Daja take forever to kiss, and I'm like, you guys just kiss, for the love of God. What am I watching here? You're wasting my freaking time. I'm so pissed off with that entire scene. I don't trust him. I can't tell you why. I can't pinpoint why. She's extremely pretty. I actually only appreciated her beauty during this episode while watching them. The kiss was very tonguey. That's the best way I can describe it. And sometimes that's good, but I don't know that it was in this scenario. It seemed to be good for them, but I didn't like it. Imani finally confirms that she likes Kyle. I could as well call him Luke Cage. She likes him, and they also sucked their souls during that kiss. It's like their souls came out of their body during that kiss. God damn. You see, theirs was very tonguey as well, but I didn't mind it. So I don't know what it was about Mike and Dasha's kiss that just wasn't hitting right for me. I don't know. You should not even be watching people kiss in detail that much, but it is what it is. Moving on. Carmen and Hannah are having this really catty interaction, and I've never seen this side of them before. I've seen it in Carmen. I haven't seen it in Hannah, so I was like, whoa, wow, okay. But Carmen doesn't like Mathia. She thinks that everything he says, whenever they've had conversations, he's shallow. Hannah says she doesn't mind them as a couple because she thinks that his shallow matches Cassie's lack of awareness, which was a dig. And I see that coming back to haunt them. I see this conversation coming back to haunt them during movie night. Like, I can see it playing out already, you know. However, Hannah thinks that Leo was too good for Cassie. So those are heavy words, man. Heavy, heavy words. My problem is I don't mind them having an opinion, but I want them to tell the girl, you know? Because they also went on to say that KK would not leave Keenan. And they think that KK should go for Brandon. But these are things that they have said multiple times to KK. They haven't shown them saying what they said about Cassie to Cassie. So that's my only problem with it. Like, if you're going to express an opinion, be sure to have expressed it to the person that it's about first, you know? Because now it just seems like you guys are gossiping about her, you know? And that doesn't really say much about the friendship. While KK is busy telling Brandon that she has deep feelings for him, Keenan is testing his sexual connection and getting head with Naja. So, yeah. Moving on. Episode 23. They choose Bergie and Taylor Black for the hideaway, and then Destiny and Zay for the hideaway. Why they chose Bergie, I don't know. Maybe because he's been the longest in the house and he's finally had some kind of connection. I don't know what it was that made them choose Bergie, but they chose Bergie. Destiny, I said Destiny may know how to bag fine guys, but she definitely doesn't know how to keep them because the girl was out as soon as she got into the hideaway. And I'm not saying that you need to sleep with this boy, but at least some kind of interaction. It's the first night that you guys are alone together. You talk. You could talk all night and get to know this person, which makes me think that she's not really interested in this boy and she's just using him as a filler in case Mike has somebody in the house. That's what I'm thinking because I don't think she knows how to be alone with him. Even when they're one-on-one, the conversations don't, there's something off about their connection. And I think he feels it too, but he's just trying to get to that villa, man. Everybody is just hustling to get into that main house at this point in time. Taylor Black is very pretty. I appreciated her pretty in this, her beauty in this episode. I noticed that before, but she really does seem to be into Bergie. And I like that for Bergie. But I don't know if Bergie likes that for himself. It's as if Bergie likes to chase women that are emotionally unavailable, and the ones that are available, he's not so much interested in. And it doesn't show in the hideaway. It's afterwards that I was starting to question Bergie. The girls don't know if Keenan will bring someone back. So Cassie, no, not Cassie. I think Carmen, KK, and Cassie, yes, we're all talking, and they don't know what will happen. KK is obsessed with Keenan and the villa. When I say obsessed, every other thing that she thinks about is Keenan. That's just the way it is. Because every time they've shown her, she brings up Keenan. Why was Rob brushing his teeth in bed? Can somebody please answer this question for me? I don't like the guy, so anything that he does irks me. But brushing his teeth in bed is weird, right? Am I wrong to question that? I just saw it and I was like, what is happening? What is happening? The next morning, the boys were out there talking about Bergie and his growth, like proud fathers, and I'm just like, oh, I love when children lead children. It sets the world up for great things, you know. Keenan was talking and I wasn't listening. Even the guys were looking at him like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, dude, we all see it, but nobody wants to say it. Everybody's like, yeah, you do you did. It's like, no, speak your mind. Tell this guy what you're thinking and move on, because he's being stupid. Well, we move. Leo apparently had sex with Johnny. After a day and a half, Leo already slept with this girl. He tells Marco about it. Just Marco at first. And as soon as he said that they slept together, I was like, oh, I don't know if this was a good choice for Johnny. Johnny, what are you thinking? I don't know if this was a good choice for you. However, he tells Marco is like, so you're gonna bring her, right? And he was like, oh, he doesn't know. And Marco was like, you slept with her. He didn't say it that way. He was a lot more crude with his words. It's like, you've slept with this girl and you don't want to bring her. Even Marco was confused. And this is where I said Marco stood tall for me in this episode. Because if Marco is confused about your decisions, there's a problem. That is a full-on red flag, right? I don't know what Leo is thinking, but he needs to sort himself out quickly. I don't think he wants to choose. I don't think he's going to pick her. I don't think he's going to pick Johnny. I think he's going to be standing alone when Cassie walks back with Mattia. But on the other hand, why don't I trust Mattia though? Like, I just don't know that he and Cassie are a good fit. I don't see the chemistry. She gets the chemistry. He seems like he's into it, but I don't see it. He hasn't done anything for me to not trust him. So the question is, why don't I trust him? Is there anybody else who feels the same way? Because I'm sitting here wondering about stuff and I'm like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Keenan, what exactly is Keenan looking for at this point? Because his chat with Naja really, really threw me for a loop. He's talking about he doesn't want PDA. But when they're under the sheets, he's down to clown. She can touch him however he wants. When the lights are off and they're under the sheets. Is that what he's trying to say? And if I was a girl, I'll be like, this is where I would have left, because I'm not going to be treated like that. So I don't understand where the self-worth is in all of this right now. All these girls, they really do need, like, I think they're on the wrong show. They need to be on Too Hot to Handle, where they give them actual seminars for them to appreciate themselves, because this is just bullshit. Why would this boy talk to you like this, knowing fully well what you guys do at night? And all of a sudden, he doesn't want PDA, move away from me. So what are you looking for, Keenan? He's trying to create this image of himself that, oh no, I was loyal, I was good, I didn't do anything, while KK was off enjoying herself. That's the image he's trying to create, and that is what pisses me off. So Leo finally tells all the boys, and all of them are like, what the hell, what are you thinking, you know? As they should. The dreaded text finally comes in, and after playing the whole thing, yes, I see why KK took it so hard, but honestly, I think it was worse for Hannah. That entire reel was worse for Hannah. Why? We already know what Keenan was up to, so I mean, it was expected, but for them to bring Marco's ex, that was unexpected. That was left field, you know? Even though I've emotionally taken myself out of the KK situation, watching her cry on the floor broke my heart. It nearly wrecked my makeup. It really did break my heart. I was so torn, because I was just like, God damn, you are too fine. You are too good. Too good to let this boy useless you like this. We all get that one. If any, we all get that one where, you know when they say mumu for love? In Nigeria, that means you're just stupidly in love, blindly in love. When you say mumu for love, you get one. Not everybody needs to go through that. But if you have to, you only get that one. So hopefully this is her only case of mumu love, because it's too much. I was so heartbroken, so sad watching her cry. And then when she was in the confessional and she was saying, why always me? Am I not worth it? Women, enough of this "I'm not enough" narrative. Enough. You are enough. Even when you are not enough, you are enough. It's too much. I can't. It really does break me down, because a lot of these things, it's self-esteem and self-worth. A lot of them are suffering tremendously. That's why they let these men use them and stupid them. Oh my god, my Nigeria is about to come out. Let's keep on moving. That broke me. That really broke me. And I just think that OG Hannah is a national treasure, and we need to keep this girl safe. We need to definitely safeguard her, because after watching it, she was like, "Where's Kiki?" Can you imagine? Knowing fully well what she's going through, she was like, "No, where's Kiki? We need to deal with that situation." Spoke into Kiki, talked about her when she said he in bed with someone, so you take your pick. I was like, God damn. God damn, Hannah! No. Hannah impressed me to no end. Look, there's nothing that Hannah can do that will really offend me at this point in time. Huh? But the way she handled this whole situation, I loved it. And she just stood on her ground and said, I'm going to be loyal to what I said. And if he's not, that's up to him. But I've said what I said, and I'm going to stick by it. That is a girl that was raised right. That is a girl that has morals. That is a girl that knows her worth. So it ends up with KK saying that the relationship is done, but we all know that that's not true. We all know that she's still going to forgive this boy. That's the sad part. That is the sad part. She's still going to forgive him. Unless if he chooses not to couple up with Naja, KK is going back to him. 100%. If he's standing there single after the recoupling, KK is going to go back to this man. So the recoupling is on Sunday, so we can have that to look forward to. But I think this episode 23 dragged a lot. Honestly, I think that they could have put a lot more and taken out some of the other stuff that was in it. But other than that, just seeing how Hannah dealt with the whole situation, I love it. Seeing maybe hopefully the Kenan mirage breaking from KK's eyes, hopefully setting her free. This is what we hope for. I don't know that production needed to do this. They seem to have taken a page out of Deep Fake Love. And it was a little cruel. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little cruel. But I'm hoping that it does the job and she moves on and finds somebody who is willing to treat her better. But we will see in episode 25, which comes out on Sunday. And I will see you guys in the next one as well. Bye!